Call to order the August 27th, 2019 of the Code Enforcement Board. Please all stand for the invocation and pledge. The invocation will be given by Member Odom and the pledge by Member Mander. Please stand.
If we would all observe a moment of silence, please. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, can we have the roll call, please?
Chair Lowry,
Here.
Member Odom,
Here.
Member Lewis, absent excused. Member Mirza,
Here.
Member Bandor,
present.
and Member Mann, absent. Quorum is met.
Thank you.
Oh, amending that, Member Mann?
There you go.
Member Mann is now present.
Could we have the swearing in of the officers and witnesses that are going to speak here this evening on a case? Please stand.
All right, please stand and raise your right hand if you're going to speak tonight. Do you and each of you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to present shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
You may be seated.
Could we have the consent agenda, please?
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chairman and members. Doug Gaines, Assistant Director of Support Services. We have two for dismissal in compliance. That's 2019-00540 and 2019-00584. We have none for continuance and none were removed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to request that we move to the first
Okay.
of these
First of
agenda.
all, we have to accept the consent agenda.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Then we go to that.
Okay. I would like to make a motion that we accept the consent agenda.
Okay, second. Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Mandor, that we accept the consent agenda that's been given by the city. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
Now,
Now, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
yes, ma'am.
I move that we have case number 2019-00699 moved to the front of the agenda, and then we will, that we revert back to the scheduled order.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Mirza, to move case number 2019-00699 to the front of the agenda and then revert back to the irregular agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Case number 2019-00699. Officer Loeffler.
Good evening. Address is 286 Weather Vane Way in the Forest Brook neighborhood. On July 29th, in response to adamant citizen-generated complaints, I did observe a missing section of front roof fascia trim with wood exposed to moisture and one broken window glass pane, both visible from the street and the sidewalk. On the same day, a violation notice was posted at the location and sent out certified and regular service to the property owners, as identified by Orange County Property Appraiser Records. Sorry, I can't pronounce the names. At the same address for violation of ordinances 10823E2 regarding the missing roof fascia trim and 10823J regarding the broken window glass. The notice provided until August 13th to correct the violations. On August 13th, the location was re-inspected and found non-compliant. On the same date, a hearing notice to this meeting was posted at the location and in the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access and sent out regular and certified service delivery. As of this date, the corrections have not been made. The city is recommending a fine of $25 per day per violation and a compliance time frame of 30 days. And there's someone here related to them to speak.
Okay. Is anyone up here want to address the officer before? Any questions to him?
Do you want to speak? If you do, you can come
Okay.
up to the public. See over there?
Okay. All right. I guess, Kenya Lemkior?
Kenya,
Kenya,
yes.
okay. That's okay. Please give us the reason for you presenting to represent this case this evening.
Actually, my sister just called me today. She asked me to be here for her. And even when I got here and I was like, okay, I want to know the reason why you want me to be here for you. And she was like, well, she really want to fix the issue. That was from the hurricane, from the previous hurricane. The insurance denied her and FEMA denied her. And she's been going through a divorce for the past 4 years. And she has 7 kids. And that's another reason that she couldn't be here. She can't miss work because she also have to keep the mortgage going. She been doing her best, and I think the last date that they gave her to fix her, she wasn't even in town. So, but now I understand it's not a pretty picture, especially for the neighborhood and all that. I might get with some friends and try to see how the best way we can assist her to fix what is going on.
Okay, so what is, have you got anything scheduled, anything?
We actually, I didn't even realize how serious this was until now. So the only thing that I can ask at this very moment is just give us a little bit more time. I can get with some people and try to see if we can get that, help her taking care of that. Because for a mother of 7 and the husband who's not been around, and she's been doing her very, very best to keep up with things.
Okay.
And this probably was the last thing on her list. So
How
Okay.
much time you think you will need?
I'm sorry?
How much time you think you will need to take care of this issue?
Let's give us probably 30 days, at least, the most. I can start talking to some people to see, even from people from my church, to see how we can
That's
get
the-
that taken care of.
The city's recommendation was to give you 30 days, and if the board does that, if it's not corrected by then, a fine would then start to run against the property, okay? Or against your sister, which could then get recorded as a lien on the property, just so you know. So the 30 days would be important, and if for some reason it wasn't able to be met, you would need to contact the officer so they could potentially talk to you about how to maybe get an extension if there was a good reason for more time to be needed.
And
Definitely.
If you want more time now, though, ask
You
for
could
it.
ask.
right,
Yes, yes, we definitely need that.
and what the gentleman was asking, how much more time do you think you may need?
Let's at least get 60 days, because 30 days, so much that you can do in that.
So
Yeah,
you all-
60 days might be more lenient somehow.
It's completely up to the board, regardless of any recommendation, so it's completely y'all's decision.
Okay,
45.
I would say 90. Okay, Mm. Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am.
I move. Okay. Okay, I move that in case number 2019-00699, that the respondent be found in violation for codes as cited and be given until,
What's the
In
date?
violation as of August 13th, 2019?
yes,
Okay.
in violation as of August 13th, 2019, and be given until December 13th, 2019, to come into compliance or be fined $25 per day per violation.
Starting from when?
From
If it doesn't happen, so starting from,
December 13th?
It would be
August
December 14th would be the
December
first day of the
14th.
fine.
Yes,
okay.
Okay,
yes.
Ma'am?
just to say, just
Yeah,
one
Yes, sir.
thing here. We do not have a meeting in December.
right.
Doesn't
this
matter, the fine's up.
It doesn't
Well, I
matter.
understand, so I just want to make sure that we're accurate what we do here this evening with this case. So, I know you're talking about, what? 1, 2,
Okay,
3 months?
yes.
Well,
What
over
I'm
3 months.
trying
So-
to,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
okay.
And it's up to the board here what we do. I just want to bring that out, so. Okay, go ahead.
Is there a
No,
second?
yes, I second that.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Mirza. In case number 2019-00699, that the respondents be found in violation as of August 13, 2019, and come into compliance December 13th, 2019, or be fined $25 per day per violation, as long as the violation remains in noncompliance. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay? Back to the regular agenda. Case number 2019-00195, Officer Rodriguez.
Good evening. Case 2019-0095, Officer Rodriguez for the address of 1577 Glen Haven Circle, Ocoee. This case was presented to the board in 2018, and with the changes on the database for the building, for the Department of Code Enforcement, this case in some way it disappeared. So I started all over again. On March 14 of 2019, a notice of violation was posted on the property at 1577 Glen Haven Circle in Ocoee for Mr. Denfield Thomas and Brenda Thomas, as identified by the Orange County Property Appraisal for the violation of the ordinance number Chapter 165, Section 165-4, A, B, C, and D. They were given up to April the 4th of 2019. I re-inspected the property on April the 9th of 2019. It was not in compliance with the city. On the same date of April 19, the notice of hearing for May was mailed, and it was continued because of proof of service. On May 9th, the property was posted with the notice of hearing for May 28, 2018, which was canceled. On June 4th of 2019, Ms. Thomas called, and she indicated the condition of her husband being sick, and that she will be taking care of the vehicles before June's hearing. On June the 12th of 2019, an order of continuance was mailed for July's hearing, but it was continued because of proof of service again. On July 18 of 2019, the property in the City Hall was posted with the order of a continuance of the hearing of today's meeting. So as of today, is not in compliance with the city. We only have one vehicle that it does have the tag. This is today. On this vehicle, it says 40421, but unfortunately, this one, it says 0417, so it's still expired. So is the city of Ocoee recommendation to come into compliance in 15 days? That will be September 11 of 2019, and thereafter, a fine of $25 per day.
And board members, you'll remember the woman that showed up, Ms. Thomas. Her husband is bedridden, and she wasn't not able to get out of the house, and really wasn't all too keen on going to the tag office, doesn't know how to get online. So it's been a very difficult case. I don't know if you recall her showing up. She was in tears last time.
If you can, please go through your recommendation again.
15 days to come into compliance, or $25 per day. That will be,
And so they're not actually telling you anything.
no. After the phone call that I received on June, I haven't received any phone calls.
She did show up in person, and I spoke with her, and the director of our department spoke with her together and let her know what she needed to do, to go down to the tag office, get a reservation, go down there for 10 minutes to get it renewed. Here we are.
How long ago was that?
That was maybe a month ago, within the month.
So the issue, you say her husband is bedridden,
Correct,
and he's the one who normally takes care of it.
correct.
However, she is able to get about.
Correct, but she doesn't want to leave the house for caring for him.
Yes.
We've
If I'm
asked her
not-
if she has any family members, any fellow church members, neighbors.
Well, this is also something that can be done online too.
Correct, but she's elderly and probably does not know how to do that.
Okay.
I'd love to just do it myself for her.
Yes. Oh, my. When you spoke with her, though, I mean, she does realize this has to be done,
Yes.
but it's more about her leaving her husband alone.
Officer Rodriguez, do you know how she got the second tag renewed?
Nope, no idea. I was surprised today.
Well,
Okay.
okay,
Surprising she didn't just do both of them
whoever
at the same
wants
time.
to,
So basically, this household have only one driver.
Which would be.
No, it's a double. It's a double driveway.
No, he said driver.
Oh, driver.
I'm
Oh,
not
yes.
sure, I'm not,
Well,
If
the only
if
person,
husband is bedridden
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
wife,
that's
Yeah,
pretty
she
much a
doesn't
rebel.
drive. She doesn't drive.
I
It
mean,
was the
people-
husband, yeah.
Has cars that, well, I don't want to go there, but,
Okay.
so, what's the
We've asked
pleasure of the board?
we've asked her if she could put it in the garage, that would take care of the problem.
Okay, well,
And what was her response to that?
She can't.
How old, well, okay.
okay.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am?
Okay, and case number 2019-00195. I move that in the case, that the respondent be found in violation for code as cited as of April 4th, 2019, and that she be given 20 days, given until,
September 16.
be given until September 16th, 2019 to come into compliance or be fined $25 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Second? Second.
Have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Mann. In case number 2019-00195, that the response be found in violation as of Code 165-4 A, B, C, and D as of April 4th, 2019, and to come into compliance September 16th, 2019, or be fined, $25 per day, as long as the violation remains in non-compliance.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I do have one question for the officer. Is there some way that someone can get her some assistance?
I have reached even with the HOA president
Yes.
to see if they were even, because they were the first one that were complaining about it. And I told them the situation that she's into. They were gonna approach her. What happened in between them, I don't know. But apparently they do have children, but they come like in and out, so.
Is it possible that, that fine, we can review the fine, or is the minimum you can go? Because the purpose is to
It's
make
up to
her
you all.
realize the severity, not to
Yes.
financially burden, you know, and it's not one of those young guys who, you know, who don't care. But can we, do we have the luxury to
You cannot
lower?
go over $250 on a
Okay.
first violation per day. That's the
Well-
only restriction upon you on the fine amount.
I understand what you're saying, but then again, I want to know how they got the tag on the other car.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a mixed conflict here of, well, how did that one happen and not this one? And so, you know, it's up to the board what they want to do, but I think we need to stick with what we got going on right now, but it's up to you if you want to make a motion.
No,
Or
we
that-
already have a motion.
We have-
Second.
I know, yeah, so if you want to amend the motion or we vote on this motion,
I recommend we stay with the motion that we have.
okay? Any other discussion?
No, I'm fine. I just
Okay.
want to see if, you know,
Okay,
because these kind of situation, anybody with that kind of situation
Right.
get trapped into.
Well, after compliance, you know, she can always request a reduction before the board, so.
okay. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Case number 2019-00549, Officer Sechrist.
Bob Segrist, Code Enforcement Officer, City of Ocoee. Reference City of Ocoee Case 2019-00549. The location of the violation is 2406 Griffin Court, Ocoee, Florida. It's a citizen complaint and an occupied property. On July 1st, I observed weed and grass growth over 10 inches and miscellaneous trash and debris. Submit exhibits A through C. On July 16, a notice of code violation was issued and mailed to the property owners as identified by Orange County tax records as Desir Wilna and Sidi Linda. The notice was for violation of code numbers 1153A and 1153B, allowing the property owners until July 26 to correct the violations and comply with the code. Code 115-3A states junk and debris. No person shall dump or place on any lands or premise within the city any nuisance and menace to public health, safety, and welfare. 1153B states excessive weed or grass growth. No person shall allow or permit excessive growth of weeds or grass on property owned, rented, leased, or controlled by such person. On July 30, I re-inspected the property and observed non-compliance. And on July 31, a statement of violations, notice of hearing, and proof of service were sent certified and regular mail to the property owners by the board clerk. Also on July 31, the property was posted, and a second posting was placed inside the lobby at City Hall with 24-hour public access. On today's date, August 27, the property was re-inspected and observed to be in compliance with the trash and debris, which is 1153A, but non-compliance with the grass, which is 1153B. The city is requesting a compliance time of 10 days, followed by a fine of $25 per day thereafter if found non-compliant.
This growth, you said how long, how, is it like a 2 weeks growth or more than 2 weeks growth? Because,
I don't know. The length of the grass is about 18 inches.
with this weather, it's nothing more than 3 weeks at the most. Because I know from my own yard, if I don't mow it for 2 weeks, it gets much bigger than this, so.
Well, the code is what, 6 inches?
10.
10, sorry, 10.
So we're only actually ruling on one violation, correct?
Correct, it would be the
115-3B?
partial compliance
Just
motion.
Which is 115-3.
3B.
3B.
B.
3B and 1053A.
Have a partial compliance.
Yes. Which is 115-3A, 1, 2, 3.
No, I mean motion.
Right, I just want to, okay,
A is in compliance, B is not.
yeah.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am?
Okay. I move that in case number 2019-00549, the respondent be found in compliance.
No, in violation.
Well, I was gonna.
No, they were,
Don't
they
think.
they were in violation as of July 26th with both of them.
Okay. The respondent be found in violation for code as cited, violation of code, section 115-3B, as cited as of July 26, 2019.
And also 3A.
Okay, and also 115-3A, and be given until,
But, okay, as of July 26th, 2019? But is now
yes.
in compliance with 115-3A, and no fine will be assessed for that fine.
okay.
But is given until,
Okay, let's clarify it. I'm
Yes,
totally
because I'm confused, because see, I
totally
thought it was just 3B.
it is now, but it wasn't as of the date the code officer gave them to comply. So they were found in violation as cited as of July, or they should be, based on the evidence you've heard, be found in violation as cited as of July 26th, 2019. They are now in compliance with the 115-3A, so no fine will be assessed. However, they remain in violation of 115-3B and are given until to comply with that section or a fine of. And we have they've come into compliance for motion, but we don't have a partial compliance, partial non-compliance for motion, which we need to probably get for you all. Because it happens rarely, but it does happen sometimes.
Okay, let me try, start over, see if I don't do a handsome job of this. Okay, Mr. Chairman, I move that in case number 2019-00549, that the respondent be found in violation of section 115-3A as of.
And
And
115-3B.
And 115-3B as of July 26,
2019.
2019. And
And is now in compliance.
and is now in compliance for code 115-3A.
Great.
Okay. And that the
Let's-
respondent be given until September 10th, 2019, to come into compliance with code 115-3B, or be fined $25 per day until found in compliance.
Okay, I second this. I hope I'm seconding, but I think I'm seconding.
So you say it's my turn?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay, who seconded it? Okay.
That's me.
We have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Mirza. In case number 2019-00549, that the respondents be found in violation of Code 115-3A, 123, and Code 115-3B as of July 26, 2019. And found in, found in compliance for code number 115-3A, and no fine be assessed, but found in violation for code 115-3B, and be given until September 10th, 2019, to come into compliance or be fined $25 per day. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
That was a mouthful.
Okay.
I have
one of
added
the harder
that to the notes to
Oh,
make
yeah.
that motion.
Case number 2019-00554. Officer Laughlin.
You have it this time. Oh, wow, I'm impressed.
Did you have a question, Justin?
I was saying I've added that to the notes to make the motion for the cheat sheet.
Do you want me to send it over to you, or do you?
Sure.
Okay.
Good evening. On July 1st, 2019, I did observe overgrown and tall weeds and grass at 480 Meadow Sweet Court. It was encompassing the front, side, and rear yards. This was self-initiated and not complainant-based. I was in the area for another reason. On Exhibit A, there's a good comparison right there. The lawn on the left is mowed, and obviously the lawn on the right is not. And there's a couple other views. On the same date, a violation notice was posted at the location and sent out regular and certified service to the property owner, Stephen Osorio, as identified by county records, for violation of Public Nuisance Ordinance 115-3B regarding overgrown tall weeds and grass. This grass is about 24 inches in areas, especially the front yard, since it's on a court. It has an angled front yard. It didn't photograph well, but it was very tall. The notice provided until July 15th, 2019 to comply with the codes as cited. On July 16th, the property was re-inspected and found non-compliant. In fact, it was actually much worse regarding the overgrowth. On August 7th, 2019, a statement and notice to this hearing date was posted at the location in the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access and sent out certified and regular delivery. As of this date, the grass and weeds remain. The city is recommending $25 per day and a compliance time frame of 10 days. And I've had no contact with the property owner, other than when I was there posting the notice of hearing, he left in his vehicle and didn't say anything.
You say he was present?
Yeah.
Didn't even want to talk to you, huh?
Nope.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am.
In case number 2019-0054. 554, yeah, okay. I move that the respondent be found in violation for code as cited as of July 15th, 2019, and be given until September 6th to come into compliance or be fined $25 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Bandor. In case number 2019-00554, that the respondents be found in violation for Code 115-3B as of July 15th, 2019, and be given until September 6th, 2019, and be fined $25 per day as long as the violation remains in noncompliance. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, case resolutions. Case number 2019-00130, Officer Loeffler.
That property's in full compliance.
Thank you very much.
Vehicle is removed, grass is cut.
Thank you. Case number 2019-00322, Officer Loeffler.
The city's requesting to bring this before the next Code Enforcement Board meeting, as there has been a permit applied for.
Okay.
It has been reviewed. It has not had a final inspection as to whether the fence is in the right place or not, so.
Okay. We need a motion on the floor.
Okay, this is the motion to continue.
To move it to our next meeting.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am?
I move that in case number 2019-00322, that the case, the compliant date be extended and,
That's not what they're asking, right?
Just move to the next meeting.
Yeah, just continue the case until the September Code Enforcement Board hearing.
oh, okay. I move that case number 2019-00322 be continued to our next Code Enforcement Board hearing
September 24th.
of September 24th, 2019.
Seconded.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom and seconded by Member Bandor. I'll get you, you keep moving around. I can't.
I'm always on this.
I had to come up with something.
Okay. They just moved me a little closer.
In case number 2019-00322, that you got me all messed up now. That this case be continued till the September 24th, 2019 Code Enforcement Board meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. And that will be the end of our agenda. Now time for our comments. Mr. Clerk, Justin.
Just a point of, I guess, notice, Member Lumneck has resigned from the board. He's been appointed to the Planning and Zoning Commission, and we cannot have dual membership between those two boards. Member Mann has been promoted to a regular member in the last city commission meeting. So with that, we have one vacant regular member spot and 2 vacant alternative member spots.
Okay.
And that's all.
Member Mann.
Yes, first of all, I want to say thank you.
Okay.
And I appreciate the opportunity from the board and the, I guess, city council, whoever voted me in, you all, and the opportunity to serve the community. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you wanting to.
Okay, just want to clarify and understand. When you move, like the last one we did, you move it to the next board meeting, you fix a date, or can that be added to a subsequent meeting also? This way, we don't, if for some reason, if that meeting does not happen, it's still,
Well, they have, apparently they have got a permit inspection for the fence. So if that passes and the permit's finalized, then an affidavit of compliance would be filed, so regardless, the fines would stop.
okay.
If it doesn't, they're gonna continue to accrue regardless. So, I guess the only question would be, you know, the length of time between your date for compliance and the actual permit approval, and any reasons why that might change the amount of the fine that might have accrued. But we haven't heard any testimony on that, and we might, or might not next month, who knows?
If it is found in compliance, do those fees go away then?
No, well, if it's found in compliance, or that they requested, say, the permit as of the date y'all ordered, then possibly, very much so. If they waited 3 weeks later, and then it was, then you'd have 3 weeks of fines accruing. It will just depend on the facts of the case, which we will hear next month.
And there are no fines running yet, if that was your question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I sort of have a question. Yeah, these are my neighbors, and, yeah, sometimes I hear cases, and I want to help. I'm wondering, can I do this as a private citizen? Most people that know me, when it comes to the elderly, I'm there. Animals and elderly. And I'm wondering, can I reach out as a neighbor? I'll take my computer over there.
Well, I'll talk to you after the meeting, but you shouldn't be policing because you're not a code officer,
Right.
but you know,
As a neighbor.
I mean, as a neighbor, you can do certain things, but I'll talk to you in further depth afterwards. We've continued the case, so we really shouldn't get too in depth into the case.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my question concerning the elderly couple
Yeah.
and the bedridden people. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, if we could, I didn't actually say we, if they could find someone that could do it, because I thought it might be in.
Well, no, it's not your job. Your job and
Right,
your only
that's-
job is it in violation?
Thank you.
The officers and the city staff certainly know resources that may be available. Certainly, the code officers especially deal with
Yeah.
it with people who
Sure.
have mental issues like
Uh-huh.
hoarding, or hoarders,
Yeah.
and certainly with the elderly too, and they have resources they can give information to
Mhm.
these people. So,
Yep. Thank you.
don't worry.
Mary?
Nothing further from me except welcome.
Oh, and
And
congratulations.
same to you, Mr. Vice Chairman. Yes, thank you.
Yes, I do have something. Welcome.
Thank
for the
you,
First
sir.
one, I'm glad to have you here. And my question is actually to the officers. So you gentlemen do a fine job of taking pictures of the vehicle tags and the grass and all that other stuff. But since I've been here, I have not seen one photograph of any of the posted violation, like the violation posted on the door. Digital is cheap. Is there any way that you guys can do that? Snap the picture when you put the code violation on the door, just to prove to the rest of the board that that thing was actually posted, and when you did it.
We do that.
Okay.
I won't say every time, but a lot of times they're in the file,
Okay.
just not on the exhibits.
I understand. All right. Is that something that you might be able to do, though, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
future? Okay.
We also don't always post the property, the physical property. Sometimes we'll just send a letter.
Why isn't it posted?
It depends on safety, it depends on the situation. You know, if it's a dangerous property, we're not gonna go post the
Such as
property.
it's a fenced yard or something like that?
Well, we can't go in a fenced yard, but, you know,
I
if
understand.
it's somebody who's giving us a hard time, says, get off my lawn, get off my property, is not cooperating with us, obviously, we're not gonna go post their property.
And also, with the business, you're going to send a green card typically anyway to the registered agent.
Right.
That's where you're required to do it. And under Chapter 162, certified mailing is one of the ways you can do notice along with personal service.
Okay, so, as,
So a testimony that we received a green card signed back
Mhm.
by the respondent or by whoever signed for it, they can certainly take a picture of that if you want that.
Sure.
But they can also testify on this date it was signed for.
Except we do electronic tracking now.
Or what, okay, sorry.
I
They can
understand.
print
But
out
we
the-
always,
Screenshot the
we always
electronic.
send certified mail for every notice of violation.
And, if I may, when I post a violation notice, that's a courtesy.
Right.
It's not pretty common. The notice of hearing is the main post.
Then any required notice under 162, which is going to be your notice of violation, your notice of hearing, those are going to have to be the service under the 162.12, which is personal, certified, or you can do the, posting, et cetera. Courtesy notices are not.
Is it,
Wire
is
notices.
it all of the above or just one of those?
Anyone.
Any one of them, so in-person, green card,
Or if they do not accept the certified mail, then the city has the option of hosting City Hall and the property.
Correct.
And then it's considered constructive service under the statutes. Because a lot of people sometimes intentionally ignore a certified mail,
Sure.
and you want to be able to serve them. And so the legislature gave an alternative for people who are intentionally, or maybe out of town or whatever, and not getting the green card.
And if we do determine upon our research that it did not get to the person, if we can't track it, then it doesn't even come before you. So we check all of that.
Yeah, and you heard testimony from one of the officers tonight about it was continued for service. And what she meant by that was we didn't have the sign for receipt of the green card, or we didn't have that proof yet.
Correct.
And they hadn't done the constructive service in the alternative, so they had to continue it.
What's the constructive?
That is
course?
posting at City Hall and posting on the property.
Okay.
And if the green card, or if the certified mail is not successful, they can do that, but they need to do that in a certain manner, and that hadn't been done, so that's why it got continued, and then it was done, and you heard it tonight.
So if it's not sent via certified mail or not, completed
Or hand-delivered,
or hand-delivered, the wall over here in City Hall is considered
and you post it in
acceptable.
their yard, too.
posted in the yard.
And posting,
It-
right.
It's 162.12, if you want to look at the Florida statutes.
Yeah.
And it talks all about it.
You'll see other stuff that we don't do too, like publication.
Yes, well, yeah, nobody did, that's very rare. You
Yeah.
can also leave it with a resident of a home that is over 15 years of age. So, just so you know, there's a couple other things, but I lumped that in with the personal service.
Yeah, you won't hear it up here unless all of those are taken care of.
Mr. Director,
As much as I like the idea of pictures and all, but the staff's safety is the number one. To put a notice there is one thing, but take a picture, some people are really get mad. So I always go with the staff's safety first before we can get that additional piece of information.
Well, I do. I absolutely agree. Safety is paramount. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
But here again, we've also seen pictures of, tags and the officers have been able to go up into the driveways and take pictures of the cars and whatnot as
Because
needed. So,
some of the pictures, when they took it and shared with us, I wonder how you took it, because they look pretty into the property. And
you
I
should
want-
ride with the officers one time.
Personally, as a public employee, I would be very careful taking pictures like that, because some people are not
They're trained
very
on,
happy.
they're trained on personal safety, they're also trained on Fourth
And you
Amendment,
don't
and
know
they
what's
know when and
going
where
on
they
there.
can take
You are
pictures.
here for the
Yeah.
grass, but you really don't know what is going on there.
But I believe that the officers do a
They're
good job.
trained for
in-
that.
I believe the officers do a good job in explaining why they're there. They're actually there to inform them that there's something that they need to correct. So they do a good job.
Ms. Board Attorney?
I
This is-
I
I'm sorry,
personally
Mr.
believe that we need to get together and do this under a different setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
exactly.
That was my question, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
Do we
well, I
have,
will
do,
bring it
do
up
we
here
have
in a
a
few moments.
SOP, do we have a, job description? No, I think I think we should have a job description of what we do,
Yeah.
the board does.
Well, chapter 162 of the Florida statutes and the city code of ordinances, code enforcement board chapter will tell you all you need to
Say
know
that
about
again,
the
Mrs.
city
Attorney.
code enforcement chapter, and chapter 162 of the Florida statutes,
Of the
part
Florida
1,
Sunshine Law or Florida statute?
Florida statutes, chapter 162, part 1,
Okay.
is about code enforcement boards.
I don't know when we last did a workshop was.
But it's,
Well,
we have a lot of new members.
well, I was getting ready to bring that up. It's like the last workshop we had, we got, some of those members not even here anymore. And we do have new members, which you can see the questionings just flying out here. And so, but that's the reason why I think we need to bring this in a different setting. I think we need to try to find a time that we can come in early, before a regular meeting, possibly.
We did that last time. We came in an hour early.
Exactly,
Yes.
that's
Met
what we
everyone
did last
online.
time. And I think we need to get an email sent out to each member to see when that could possibly happen. And then hopefully we can get all these answers, answered the way we would like to hear them.
Thank you, Mr.
Hopefully.
Chairman. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
So, any other up here? Officer Loeffler,
No comments.
Officer Sechrist,
No comment, sir.
Mr. Gaines, sir.
I will not be here for the September meeting, so let's do the workshop in September.
Okay, so it's whatever,
Just kidding.
whatever you reach out to, Justin,
We'll kind of shoot for October if possible, though.
okay?
I mean, it's up to you guys. We can decide now if you want, but
Doug wants to
I
be
can
there.
I can further
Yes.
follow up with you later on.
Yeah, just,
If y'all would look at your schedules.
can find
and
out what
then
our
Justin will send
schedules
an email,
are.
Is
but
everybody able to
Yep.
be here at 6 o'clock?
in October, that would be lovely.
Yeah,
Same
that's what
night?
I'm thinking,
yeah, so, yeah,
October.
October would be best for me.
Mhm.
What date are we?
October
It'll
be
be the-
23rd?
22nd.
Oh, I was close. Oh, my wife, yeah.
22nd, you said?
Yes, October
You're gonna miss some pretty fun.
2nd.
Okay,
It's Tuesday.
so, since we can do that, I just have two things that I would like to say. I'm really happy to see the people, you gentlemen and women, come up and want to take part in the Code Enforcement Board. I do appreciate you and all your efforts. Also, last month, we talked about Keith Carrington with his situation, which I tried to reach out to him, but I haven't heard from him. And I want to thank him for his service on the Code Enforcement Board, and I think I speak with everyone here in this room. And I just want to bring that out, that we do appreciate everything he's done for the Code Enforcement Board. But any other questions or anything? If not, then meeting adjourned.